If you are grinding every single day, if you are reading the right books, if you're going to the gym, if you're being dedicated but still feel lost in life, then this video is for you. Because I'm 19 and I've been in the same spot you've been. And it took me 3 years to actually escape this trap. And after 3 years of being dedicated, of doing self-improvement, on actually being on track with my fitness goals, I finally found how to get unstuck and chase the things that I always wanted to achieve. If that sounds good, welcome to this video. What's up, boys? I'm Mika, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my journey and what you can take from it to actually start building the life that you want. Well, I want to start with the false promise of self-improvement. Everybody thinks they will get into self-improvement and that it will fix everything. And trust me, this is a never-ending journey. I've joined the self-improvement thing over 5 years ago. I've cared about my skin. I've cared about how I smell, how I look, what I dress. Everything that is involved in self-improvement, I've been at. I went to the gym and I always thought it will get better. I always thought my confidence will get built and my confidence will get better from self-improvement. So let me tell you a story. Like 5 years back, I started to get into fitness. I was so depressed about how I have looked. I was always mocked by other people about my weight, about how I look like, because I was a little bit puffier. I was never fat, but I was always a little bit more puffy. And I never liked it. And my dream as a child was to have really nice six-pack abs, which, gotta say, now I do pretty alright. I mean, nothing great, but I always wanted to have six-pack abs. And then I started to get into fitness. And I went to the store, I bought some dumbbells, and I would train every single day from that day. I would train hour and a half to 2 hours a day. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was getting the work done. I was doing like an hour worth of fucking ab exercises. And trust me, that shit worked. Actually, it worked, but I wouldn't recommend it, but it worked. And after I got my abs, I felt on top of the world. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because you will achieve your goals if you stick long enough with self-improvement. After 1.5 years, I actually started to see progress with my ab-like journey. But as soon as I hit that goal, as soon as I got those abs, I wanted more. I wanted more and I was thirsty for more. I was hungry for that stuff. And this is great. But you have to understand that in the journey of self-improvement, you will always raise the bar. And you will never see your progress because you see yourself every single day. The people around you will notice, alright, this guy is different. But you will never see that. And you will get stuck in that never-ending cycle of self-improvement because you constantly keep raising the bar. I would highly recommend you to start journaling your progress. Because without it, I just felt lost. I felt like I was never progressing. I now feel, I think, more insecure about some stuff than when I first started, even though I'm 10 times better, and just because I actually didn't track my progress and I don't see that progress. Other people do and everybody tells me, bro, you look so much bigger, your confidence is much higher, you look so much better, like your skin cleared up. But I don't see that stuff. And the thing that I would like to all of you to start doing is actually start journaling and documenting your journey. Because without it, trust me, you will never see the end. You will never be satisfied by your progress because you keep raising the bar and nothing just makes sense anymore. Which brings me to the next point, which is you have to brainwash yourself. Those habits that you're building on your journey, like going to the gym, reading books, caring about your health and about your looks, that will rewire your thinking and that would resonate to other areas of your life. So if you want to get better at something and if you want to just improve in business or become better with talking with people, I would highly recommend you to start off with going to the gym because that helped me enormously. That helped me in every area of my life. People don't believe me, but going to the gym actually fixes so much problems without you realizing it that it's just crazy. You build a better body you're proud of and that will boost your confidence. You will be more like comfortable in your clothes. You will be more comfortable when talking. People will respect you more because you actually look the part and you look like a person that is dedicated and putting in the work. So going to the gym will never harm you. And what I always tell people is, when they don't know what they should do with their life and when they don't know what task they should actually pursue in their life, I always tell them, go to the gym, do some push-ups, go for a run, whatever. Just start doing something that is related with your health and related with your body, because the physical strength will build your mind as well. A strong body is a strong mind. The habits that you build in the gym and in your self-improvement journey will rewire your thinking, and then you will strive for perfection in almost everything you do. The trap that I fell into is I started to procrastinate more after like a few years of self-improvement, because I was so dopamine driven. Like all the dopamine that I got from my progress started to decrease, because the longer you do something, the slower the progress is. And with that dopamine decreasing, I had to look for other areas in my life to get dopamine. And the trap I want every single one of you to escape is to start being more on social media, start to be, let's say, more lazy while being in self-improvement, but still doing the test that you did before. The reason why you're lazy is because you're scrolling, looking at YouTube and getting dopamine, like free dopamine from all those things, because your progress starts to get slower and your dopamine gets lower. And I want you to escape that trap, and instead of chasing free dopamine, I want you to generate new ways to get that dopamine. It might be adding a new thing to your routine, like new habits. You have to rewire your thinking, and you want to strive for perfection every single day. Not every day will be perfect, I understand that, but you want to strive for every single day to be as perfect as possible. And that's going to help you to actually see improvement even more, which is really crucial at our age. Like at 19, the noise of other people that are partying, going to college, working 9 to 5, driving all those fancy cars because their parents bought them for them. You don't want that. You want to actually build something of your own. Like everything that I, let's say, bought and everything that I created for myself, I did it alone, and I did it when nobody else was doing it. Now I'm 3 years ahead. When I started going to the gym, not a lot of people were going to the gym. Well, now I am in the gym for almost 3 years now, and my friends, some of my friends are just getting started with it, and I'm so much ahead that they will practically never catch up. Maybe if they have good genetics, but in the progress world, they will never catch up because I started so much earlier and I don't plan on stopping. So start building yourself up regardless of the noise, and you have to eliminate the feeling factor from it. Stop reacting on how you feel and start acting on what you're supposed to do, because you're not going to feel like waking up at 5 a.m. every single day. You're not going to feel like going to the gym every single day. You're not going to feel to send that 100 messages, cold outreach for your business. But that's something that you have to do, and regardless of how you feel, you actually have to complete those steps. And that's what I am trying to get across to you guys, is stop reacting on your feelings and start acting on your purpose. The trap that a lot of people fall into while doing that is they think that self-improvement is the end goal, while in reality it's just the foundation to build your goals. What I mean is, a lot of people think that if they're in self-improvement, if they're doing all the right steps, they already made it. The thing is that with those steps, you're actually building the foundation to build something bigger. They get through all the noise of self-improvement, but then when it gets a little bit harder, they just quit. And that's because they think of self-improvement as the end goal instead of the foundation of the building blocks that you build in your life. You are not going to build a successful business if you're not disciplined, but the discipline part is built by self-improvement. But self-improvement alone is not going to make you a great entrepreneur. The same goes with the gym, the same goes with waking up early. It all starts with self-improvement, but that's just the foundation block to build other stuff in your life. It's not the end goal. And the reason that a lot of people feel lost is just because of this. They think it's the end goal and they quit because they feel like they don't have their purpose, they don't know what to chase, they don't have a real why behind the things they were doing. Because yes, you started self-improvement because something was bothering you. Either you weren't happy with your body, or somebody was mocking you, or you wanted to get more money, or you wanted to you wanted to feel more successful in your body, like waking up early. That small wins made you happy. But as soon as you realized that you reached those goals, you started to quit because you don't have anything else to go for. When you realize that going to the gym alone is not going to make you rich and live your dream lifestyle, yes, maybe your dream lifestyle is going to the gym and building a coaching or something like that. But again, going to the gym alone is not going to make you money. You have to understand this, because when I started first, I thought that self-improvement was absolutely everything. And I think just a year ago, I've noticed that I wasn't happy with myself, and I started to look into areas outside of self-improvement. So be really careful about how you let self-improvement influence your life. And then when you get through that point, that's when you get to the next chapter. And the next chapter of your life, which is at around my age, like 19, 20 years old, this is when you look at building your business. I am now building my own digital marketing business. I'm building this personal brand. I'm trying to help you guys with the things that I went through and how you can implement my experience, how you can avoid my mistakes to speed up your journey and to actually have more guidance in your life. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to not feel lost, because you're supposed to feel lost. At that early age, you don't know what you want to do. One day you want to be a digital marketing expert, and then the next day you want to be a e-commerce god, and then after that you want to be a high-ticket closer. You don't know what you want, and that's alright. You just have to try things. And that's the next chapter of life. This is where you actually start to discover yourself. You've been through the whole self-improvement journey. You know what you like. Like, I love fitness, I love self-improvement, I love creating content, and my goal is to get to 1 million followers someday. Right now I'm focusing to get to the 1,000 subscribers, because when I break my goals into smaller goals, it's much easier to reach those goals, because I don't have that big timeline on myself. When I have those small achievements, those small wins stack up over time. And then I will get to the big goals. But that's the point in life where you actually start discovering yourself. Like building your own business, building the foundation block of what you actually like doing, like posting content. Building a personal brand at this age is really powerful. If I would start over 3 years ago, if I would have this advice 3 years ago, I would go all in into creating content and then trying multiple things on the side. It might be high-ticket clothing, it might be building my own agency, it might be building some coaching. But yes, I'm telling you to try different things, but I'm also going to tell you to not overdo it. You don't want to start something for 1 week and then quit. No, you want to modify it. If so, you have to add some ideas to it. You are not going to see any success in the first couple of months of doing so. So I would recommend you to stick at least for 6 months with something before actually changing. But again, you have to try things out. And yeah, that's practically it, what I wanted to say about my self-improvement journey and how it actually ruined my life before it fixes it. And don't fall for this trap. Yes, you're going to feel lost. Yes, you are going to have periods of time when you don't know what you're doing and you don't feel like doing the things that you're supposed to do. You're going to feel like you already made it while you didn't. In this video, I just wanted to give you a small look on how self-improvement can influence your life and how to actually control the journey of self-improvement. Because everybody tells on how to get into self-improvement, but nobody actually talks about how to control the journey and how to actually be your own leader in that journey, instead of other people leading you or other thoughts in your head messing you around. Trust me, this video would help me a lot if I was a young guy. This is why I made it, and I think that for some of you guys it might be really helpful. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.